Hi everyone! Today we'll be continuing the art of giving. This is lesson number 14, which is a mason jar gift. So for this project you'll need a mason jar or any other type of container, it doesn't really matter. You'll need objects to put inside the container, and there are so many different things you can do, such as cookie mix and ingredients, cookies, hot chocolate mix with marshmallows, beauty face masks or other things for spa day. You could put in candy or tea and lemonade drink packets. You could put non-perishable soup. And perishable, by the way, means something that is likely to go bad or rot really quickly, and this pertains especially to food. So there are other ingredients or other things you can add, such as chocolate covered pretzels, trail mix, other snacks, homemade jam, stickers. You could put a puzzle in here, and it could be a fun activity for you and the gift receiver. So this gift is super customizable, and you can add anything you want to the jar, and it can be whatever you want. There are also optional decorating supplies such as paper, scissors, glue, marker, paint, string, ribbon, anything that you think would make the jar more cute and customized. So first I would recommend decorating your mason jar, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it really cute, add little hands like if it's hugging the jar. But hopefully by giving these gifts and spending time with your loved ones, you'll be able to bond. And that means that you're able to build your relationship between people, like your friends and family, on shared experiences, interests, or feelings. I'm gonna make this a little longer than it has to be. I'm gonna fold it in half so I can just cut out two at once. So I just did a little sketch of a hand, and this will hopefully look like it's hugging the jar. But of course you can decorate it however you want. You could put images of the person's favorite characters, or you could add paper flowers, which is in our previous lesson, or you could create other types of flowers such as Kusudama Flowers, which will be in a future lesson. I have some paper butterflies, which were just origami, and I can send links on how to do that down below, but I think that's how I want to decorate my jar. So I have my two hands. This is so cute. And if I tape them around my jar, then it'll look like the jar is being hugged, like this. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna first glue the paper to each other. Then I think I'll tape it to the jar. But if you decide to do this and you want to tape it to each other or glue it to each other, try to make sure that the thumbs are both either at the top, well, at the top, because if you're hugging somebody, they would be at the top. And I'm gonna add a little bit of tape. These hands also remind me of a ribbon, so that could be really cute too. So this is my jar so far. I'm also going to decorate the top. So the video actually cut out a lot, and I finished the project, but I need to re-record this, so I'm just gonna tell you some of the things that I added. I added some butterflies, and these are some origami butterflies. I'll have a link on how to do that down below. And I also, to the cap, have some Kusudama origami flowers, and we have a handout for how to do that, as well as there are some videos, and we also have more butterflies. So overall, this is super simple, and for the most part, it's so customizable. You can really add anything to it. I said before, you can add like little activities like puzzles or maybe a mini coloring book, and some supplies. You can really do anything. But for this, the person that I'm giving this to loves mac and cheese, so I'm going to add mac and cheese to it. And of course, I'm going to add uncooked mac and cheese because that will last a lot longer than cooked mac and cheese. And after adding the noodles, I'm going to add the cheese packets that go with it. And of course, you can customize this in any way you want. You could do soup, you could do cookie mix, you could do face masks, anything. And I also cut out the instructions just so that the person will know what to do. And I'm just gonna add that. I also wanna add a little thank you note to the person. And I'm just gonna take the paper I was using earlier and cut out a little piece of paper. And just so the pen does not get on the food, I'm going to just fold it up. I also want to mention that if you are using food that is not wrapped, you should definitely make sure that your jar is cleaned out well with soap and water. And I'm just going to add that over here, my little note. And then I'm going to screw on the lid. And here you have it, a super cute and super easy DIY gift that you can customize and that can be really cute and really meaningful for the other person. So thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!